Men of Reddit, how do you stop excess dripping after peeing? Put some toilet paper at the end. Just dab, though. Like, just touch the TP to the tip. Wiping your dick after peeing is a total game changer. I started doing it a few years ago, and I'm actually disgusted that it took so long for me to figure it out. Fellas, stop walking around with piss-stained underwear. Use some toilet paper after you pee. I promise it won't make you any less of a man. As a woman, I'm so confused as to why this is so far down. Twist the toilet paper until it's a thin but sturdy rope-like shape, then stick it right in the hole. This doesn't work for every penis. Toilet paper will wick out any liquid near the end, but there's 6 to 8 inches of urethra between the opening and the bladder sphincter that shuts off urine flow, and liquid gets held further up via suction. You can soak out all the urine at the end with toilet paper and be totally dry. Then 30 seconds later, suddenly the suction breaks and several more drops come tumbling down. You need some kind of massaging or milking action to break the suction before drying off, and it still doesn't always work. I'm so fucking confused. Do people not do this by default? What the fuck? I stopped by the sink before I pee to get some tissue. This is the answer. And for any man homophobic enough to not sit down cause it's gay or some insecure shit, you can use a piece of paper standing too. Just completely soak your pants in the sink when you're done and no one will notice. Got new bathrooms at work a few months ago and I accidentally blasted some freezing water out of the tap. They notice. LMAO, I was in 4th grade and I peed my pants because my teacher was a dick. After class I went to the bathroom and soaked my shirt to make it look like I just spilled water. It worked. Highly recommend. Origami Yoda. If peeing your pants is cool, consider me Miles Davis. Some Richard Hendricks vibes here. All this time I thought I was the only one who did this. I actually did this once in 3rd grade. I went to the bathroom, but pissed myself before I got there. I decided my best bet was to just soak my shorts entirely with water, 100% covered. Nobody said anything. Not sure if nobody said anything because they didn't notice, or if they knew and just decided to not bring it up. All of your pants, you must wet. No way. An Origami Yoda reference. Chip clips. My dick hurt reading this. You mean wang hangers? Back in my stripper days they called me sour cream and cheddar. Did this as a small child. Then took it off and told my mom that it hurt. I do not recommend this. Who hurt you? Chip clip for dick drip. Chip clips. What the hell are those? Do you mean wang clips? I'll let it hang over the toilet for 15 minutes while I answer weird Reddit questions. Fuck, that's brilliant. I've been using scissors. Barely got any noodle left. Here I stand with cock in hand, a man without a date, left to stay, and tick away the seconds while I wait. Here I stand with cock in hand, above the bowl below, down it goes from highs to lows, while tiny ripples flow. Here I stand with cock in hand, and then, despite the shake, still there slips the smallest drips. Curse my trouser snake. Touche. I pretend like I'm putting it back and, just when it wants to drip I whip that sucker back out over the bowl. Not today dick. No dripping in my pants. Improvise. Adapt. Overcome. I do this too, and it works for real. The dick when it falls into your trap. Nanny? Can't tell ya how many times I've done that trick, and I'm thinking it's safe to put the old dangler away, and blam, just piss down the front of my pants. If anyone asks, it's someone else's piss, and I leave it at that. I thought I was the only one on earth who did this. Now I know I have brothers who also mind game their dicks. I thought I was the only one with this issue. I even talked to my girlfriend in high school about this. I thought I had a fucked up bladder from over masturbation for years. Thank you all so much. Helicopter. Sprays it all over the room, but not in my pants. This was my trick too until I read a similar Reddit thread less than a year ago that advised pushing on the taint, and now I feel like I have a whole new life ahead of me. Helicopter twirl. Messy, but efficient. I thought that was during the pee, not after. Whoops. Instructions unclear. Wife upset. Something about not when her parents are over. Please help. Get best effect when you are in the middle urinal. To impress a chick, do the helicopter dick. Haven't you heard the rhyme? No matter how much you shake your peg, the last few drops go down your leg. No matter how much you wiggle and dance, the last few drops go in your pants. You can shake it, you can flick it, you can smack it on the wall. But until you put it in your pants, that last drop just won't fall. Or in German, du kannst Shuttle Noder klopfen. In die Hose jet der letzt tropfen. Just beat the devil out of it. Helicopter dick till the person in the next stall complains about the raining piss. Preachers hate him. Click here to see his one simple trick. Now I can't stop picturing Bob Ross beating the devil out of his brush after painting a happy little tree. You had the opportunity to say just beat it, but went with the Bob Ross reference, so it's cool. I just cringed as I heard that rough thwack 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 in my head. Before you make a happy little mistake, there, starts at your balls and squeeze all the way up your shaft like an empty toothpaste tube. My urologist thought I might have trouble with the dripping after he saw I have meatal stenosis, smaller pee hole opening, so there is probably urine that doesn't make it down the tube and out. He said, forgive my colloquialism, but if you milk your taint 3 times after you finish peeing and then shake your penis, you will improve your quality of life. So I milk my taint. So, essentially your urethra runs through your dick, up under your balls, and through your gooch almost all the way to your asshole. Go all the way to the back of the gooch, nearly asshole. Push in toward inner urethra, and push it all forward to the back of your balls. Then go from front of balls down as far as you can, and squeeze forward to end of dick. It's surprising how much more comes out. Never had drips when doing it this way. Edit. Thanks for all the nice awards, and for letting me be your pee consultant. I felt dirty reading this. When I try to get toothpaste out of an empty tube, I use as much strength as possible to get everything out easier. This is the answer. I tried the gooch trick, and it didn't work as well as this. I additionally do a twist with my lower body, using my legs to squeeze further in. Whenever possible, do this double squeeze to toilet paper, so I'm fully dry. I do the same. I thought I was the only one. I tried this, but more just keeps coming out. Twist the faucet balls a little tighter to stop the drip. Those things where the pee is stored, I'm dying at faucet balls. Fucking tears. Right for the cold pee, and left for hot one. And you don't wash your hands. You filthy beast. Fuck you. I could feel that. Wiggle the snake until the poison stops dripping. This is what I do, but there's always a few secret drops that wait till you pull your pants up. Instructions unclear. Snake threw up everywhere. Press a gooch. This forces everything out urethra. Shake twice. Job done. Edit. Flipping heck. I never expected this comment to be this popular. Thanks everyone for the awards and those saying it should be top comment and / or best answer. For those asking, gooch, taint, ABC, grundle are all names for the bit of skin between your balls and butthole. I've also been told that urethra is misspelled and should be urethra, but I've made peace with my mistakes and there are a few of you who liked it, as it seems like a light bulb moment for learning this trick. Fourth is saying wash your hands, that's a given, and you are only pressing the first 2 centimeters behind your balls, not giving your prostate a massage. Thanks again everyone. Saw that on Reddit a few years ago, changed my life. I even have a technique that uses the same hand that's holding the underwear elastic band down to press my gooch. Never hear this word before. Actually, in Brazil we call the female counterpart a campinho in reference to a soccer field. Because it is there that we hit the balls or batumabalinha. Fully relax your pelvic floor muscle while you do this. What is my gooch? Can confirm once I heard this and started doing it, I stopped having wet underwear after using the urinal. I've heard a lot of people say this, but it doesn't work for me. Everyone says this and it never works for me. I think I read this one on Reddit years ago, and it's game changing. This one is facts. Bonus points for looking into the eyes of the guy peeing next to you while you do it. This has about a 50/50 success rate for me. Urethra. Eureka. Who knew Boy Scouts would be useful? Then throw it over your shoulder like a continental soldier. Knotted dick sow. Zip tie on the tip. You guys don't use a cork. Tip tie. No. Hold the shaft near the base and just smash it against the towel rail repeatedly. Don't be shy. I mean really take a swing. Pretend you're playing t-ball or whack-a-mole. Smash. Out of all the comments, this one had me laughing hysterically. A few good smacks, then bend over and suck the rest out. Easy. Try Kegel exercises to strengthen your pelvic floor. Johns Hopkins and Duckler have articles that inform on why it's important to do Kegel and how to do them. Underrated advice right here. And it's thoroughly backed by medical professionals. And it has many more benefits in addition to this. This one should be way higher up. I just zip the tip in my pants zipper. Keeps it shut and in place. No. It's a mistake a man only makes once. I still remember when I made the mistake when I was like 7. Ever since that day I have been very careful. That's what the 3 seashells are for. He doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells. My fiancé doesn't know what the seashells are for. Pretend you're masturbating. Squeeze at the bottom and move to the top, making sure everything comes out. Then you fap the shit out of your dick. Sir, this is a wonders. This is fine until you're at one of those like big single urinals at sports stadiums and everyone around you is just watching you beat your meat like it owes you money. You slam it between the toilet seat and the toilet. Jeff, is that you? If you get a fancy heated toilet seat then it'll seal it like one of those sandwich presses. The P-bib. Shameful that I had to scroll this long to find the P-bib. Excess dripping? That's odd. I find that as soon as I stop peeing, I pull up my pants and underwear, and that's the end of that. No excess dripping for me. You sure your member is working okay? Maybe you should get it checked out. Unrelated, I'm curious as to what you all do about the random wet spots that appear on your underwear every time you finish peeing. Not gonna lie, you had me in the first half. Oh, that's just dicks wet. Happens from the excess strain of urinating. No worries. Actually, if it seems to be getting worse, or it's even more difficult to do without lots of drips, you should see a doctor. I've been meaning to myself. I think we are getting older, and our prostates are getting larger. Drink it straight from the hose. I was gonna say just lick it once, before putting it away, but yours is good enough. Well, did you dab? I dab. You should dab. Stop saying dab. RIP. I cannot wait to find out what happens next season once I somehow get back to the good universe. Came here for the Venture Brothers quote. Thanks, Hank. Geo Team Venture. Dabs. The gooch button always comes up in these threads, but that whole thing requires pulling your balls out, which seems unnecessary to me. I've just trained myself to go into this relax mode once I think I'm done. When I was younger, that would happen once I zipped up. My body is like, yay, we are done, time to relax, and that's when the last few drops dribbled out. Instead I do that at the urinal now. I can't really explain it, but I'm sure most guys understand the feeling I'm talking about. Just kinda take a breath, release any tension in your muscles, boom, last of the drops come out. Pull out your balls. WTF. You aren't finger banging yourself. Just applying pressure are all you need. Just use toilet paper. Yeah, the fuck is up with all these guys fingering their taint? Toilet paper only gets what on the tip. What is still in your urethra down by the taint slowly makes its way out long after you have dabbed that tip. Bingo. Tier 1 piece of TP and hold below dick. Being uncircumcised, I pull foreskin back and let go. Last drops come out. One last shake to make sure. Done. Not sure how the trick would work for a circumcised peen, but that's what I do. What if you're at a urinal? I'm 63. Just had my prostate radically downsized. Results are great. Nearly bursted my bladder prior cause prostate wouldn't unclench. Now, there's an encore drip about 30 seconds after initial void. After that, I'm good. PS, the human prostate is a piece of shit organ, designed for maybe 50 years. By the extended warranty, does bud stuff help for prevention? Whoever invented shaking deserves to be reincarnated for eternity as a cleaning lady, or a girlfriend who wants to pee without stepping in her boyfriend's piss every time. Seriously, it's so disgusting. Just use some damn toilet paper if you drip. Girls do it all the time. 2 shakes. Cause 3 or more, and you're playing with yourself. Suck it in. Heh, we don't. Going into this thread for me is like going to another universe that is meant to terrify me. I swear like 3 years ago on Reddit this was one of the most popular motifs. Press on your gooch/taint go expel remaining urine was like everywhere. To the point where I thought this question was sarcastic. Found the healthy young guy. I never piss in a urinal. How the f anyone can stand to pee into something that is almost guaranteed to splatter urine back onto your legs is beyond me. B. I dab the urine off with toilet paper. Yes, or thick enough wad that it isn't going to soak through onto my fingers. And I ain't dainty with it either. If you can pound your dick like a madman when you are masturbating, then you can mash on it a little bit to get that piss out there. C. I milk all the urine out of my urethra going all the way back to behind my testicles. No, just pressing on your taint is not like some magic spell that makes all the urine just jump out of your urethra. You gotta mash every microliter out for every millimeter of your urethra. I find it easier to just press my finger through my scrotum and between my testicles to get to the far back part of my urethra. Again, every drop of that gets stabbed off onto the toilet paper. I have mild to moderate aspergers, but one of the ways it affects me is that I can feel everything. I can feel a stray hair in my nose, and I can feel that tiny little bit of urine still in my urethra, and it just drives me nuts. No pun intended. Some may claim this is excessive. I'm sure there will be jokers claiming that I just like to play with myself, which is true, but beside the point. However, I always have clean underwear. I started doing this when I first started having sex with my first wife before we were married. We were sitting on the sofa watching TV and she was happily sucking on my dick. She looked up at me and said, "From now on I want you to wipe when you pee because you never know when I might have my mouth on that thing." That was all the motivation I needed, and it formed a habit that I continue to this day simply because it is so much nicer to not have piss in my pants all the goddamn time. Upvoted because of how long it is. Punish my dick by using a diabetic lancet to prick it in the head every time it drips. Either the Pavlovian training takes hold or the calluses stifle the drip. I'm deleting my Reddit account. You know that's someone's fetish. I just winced. I know, right? If only there was some kind of paper, if you will, next to the toilet. Shame. Not next to urinals. There is paper, but to solve this problem with paper I would also need a tiny ramrod to cram it up my urethra and soak up the urine. There are always a few drops left in there that come out once everything is put away. Here are the steps to peeing as a gentleman. 1. Walk into the bathroom. 2. Put the toilet seat down. 3. Pull the junk out of the bag. 4. Pee. 5. Let the last drops drip on the toilet seat. 6. Firmly shake it twice. 7. Put toilet seat back up. 8. Put the snake back into the bag. 9. Flush. The older I get the less I worry about this, and the more I worry about the excess wiping I need to do 15 minutes after a shit. Man, gonna plug a Reddit favorite. Get a bidet. Flex seal. Apply Bernoulli's principle, or centrifuge the droplets out. Physics, bitch. How do you use Bernoulli's principle exactly? Stick the tip of your dick in a wind tunnel. Squeeze your balls hard, because pee is stored in the balls. I'm now physically cringing. Nice to see another Jane following Proto. Twist the faucet. Depends. Can't believe no one has said what I'm doing right now. Sit to pee. It's like luxury peeing. You don't have to aim, no risk of splashing. If you're worried you're not completely empty you don't need to stick your finger up your asshole or shake your dick around like an idiot. You just spend another few seconds browsing Reddit and wait for nature to take its course. I don't know who convinced men that they should stand up when peeing, but it was a terrible idea. Only justification is public toilets. Sit down. Super glue. Helicopter it for 3 revolutions. I'm on the Industrial Revolution now. Do I keep going? Ever seen a cow get milked? It just doesn't stop. I have flooded entire villages due to it. Shake 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 senora. Shake it all the time. Shake it off shake it off. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. You gotta operate your taint like an Air Jordan pump. Pumps were Reebok. Get your shoe references sorted.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment Reddit Storytime for more Reddit stories.